Soon, it won't just be you watching for cars. These new cameras coming to Broad Street are supposed to slow speedy drivers down with a fine. Police are investigating a stabbing leaving a 13-year-old dead. That 13-year-old, police say, was stabbed by his adopted stepfather. What you're seeing now is the house that this investigation took place in. Hurricane Debbie has touched down in the Carolinas, but this Charlotte homeowner is still recovering from the last storm. If you take a look behind me, you can see all of the trees and the damage that was left from the storm that happened in July. A prime example of how Davidson Township was impacted by these storms is the road behind me. If you can take a look, you can see almost half of the road swept away. Imagine someone knocking on your door, seeking private information and claiming to be an ICE agent. Well, that's exactly what happened here in downtown Lewisburg. And now officers here in East Buffalo are pushing for real consequences. Mayor Sherelle Parker announced new plans and expansions to current projects in her most recent budget address. Some projects that will be coming directly to Broad Street. And since this student's visa was revoked, the word people have been using is anxious. Most of the Temple students I spoke with told me they never thought this would happen to Temple. The first few medals for the USA have been secured, but one of the most anticipated events of the game is being pushed to tomorrow because of the rain. In this small neighborhood in Luzerne County, the unimaginable happened.
This is a quiet residential community. It's a combination of young families and retired people.
That quiet community, Breezy Acres, was turned to a crime scene on Monday morning. State police say just after 6 a.m., a 13-year-old boy was brutally attacked by his adoptive father, 39-year-old Cesar Delgadillo.
Totally shocking. You don't want to wake up in the morning and be across the street from a crime scene.
Neighbors share how they felt disturbed. Since they knew the family, they never saw this coming.
I met them several times. Including over at the veterinarian hospital. Quiet, nice people.
We've talked on occasion about certain things, lawn care, things that neighbors talk about.
Police say the victim suffered multiple injuries to his head, chest, back, and hands over several hours. He was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton, where he was later pronounced dead.
This isn't an area where you expect to see violent crime.
To have a child's life snuffed out, there is no plausible reason for that.
Police have confirmed that the adoptive father, 39-year-old Cesar Delgadillo, is in custody tonight, facing charges of criminal homicide and other related charges. Lauren Haley Morris, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
Numb, angry, disgusted.
This was Bonnie Shaner's reaction after seeing her now completely unrecognized farm for the first time.
I want to cry, but I'm too stubborn.
A few miles outside of Davidson Township looks virtually untouched, but the township itself left with a considerable amount of damages from Sunday night's rainstorm.
It's kind of weird how it managed to hit our little area. And
within a matter of 3 hours, the storm was powerful enough to wash out driveways, uproot trees, and cause a costly amount of property damage.
We were looking at it quick. I mean, the damage is definitely in the millions.
These residents were in their home when the storm first hit. When they looked out their window, they say they were shocked to see massive rocks littered throughout their yard.
And it just washed all these stones over the bank and into what was our yard. Now it looks like a debris bed of nothing but rocks mostly.
I don't even know if you could put it to words. It happened so fast.
That same storm left Bonnie stranded in her home for several days.
We were dry, but we were the only things on the property that was.
The floods drenched the whole farm.
It's just destroyed everything.
Multiple sheds were carried hundreds of feet by the flooding, one shed floating with animals still inside.
And last night, foxes, coyotes, whatever, got all but 2 of my chickens, so a dozen of them survived the flood, but only 2 of them are still alive.
A prime example of how Davidson Township was impacted by these storms is the road behind me. If you can take a look, you can see almost half of the road swept away by these major floods. About 225 feet of this road have to be repaired. Now, after speaking with township supervisors, they tell me that this could take at least $1 million to fix properly.
It's going to be a lot of work, and we're just taking it one step at a time and trying to make sure all the residents are taken care of.
But with even more rain headed towards Davidson Township, Some residents are hoping for the best.
There's really nothing we can do. We're kind of at Mother Nature's mercy right now.
Lauren Haley Morris, Newswatch 16, Sullivan County.
They're afraid of what can happen tomorrow. Afraid of if I say something that I think, I might be deported.
This is Matias Dragovic, a Temple student originally from Argentina. Matias is one of many students around the world who are feeling uncertainty around student visas.
I know friends, direct friends, I talk to them every day. Yeah, I want to speak up, I want to say something. But if I say something, they just deport me, just for talking, just for using my First Amendment.
Matias is not the only one who feels this way. Students' initial reaction was shock.
Immediately felt sick to my stomach.
We see this happening in other universities around America, and we're all like, oh, it's not going to happen to us, and then it's happened to us.
Around the world, international students are being deported, many in relation to pro-Palestinian protests. Mahmoud Khalil and Ramea Ozturk are just two examples of activists who spoke out and were penalized. However, in a message from John Fry in relation to this student, he states the allegations supporting the revocation are unknown at this time.
I think that this is the first of many, and I say that with a heavy heart.
It was really disappointing to see this.
As tensions rise here and across the country, the Office of Global Engagement says they're doing everything in their power to ensure students on campus feel safe.
I think it's important for international students to know that in a situation like this, they need to feel comfortable coming to our office and asking for advice and guidance.
Now, students and U.S. citizens like Matias are speaking out for their friends and standing up for those who feel they can't.
Talking for these people, speaking out for these people, because they can be afraid of what happened to them if they do by themselves.
I am calling it the One Philly 2.0 budget. It's a $6.7 billion budget.
Over the past year, Mayor Cheryl Parker has made many investments in key issues like housing and public safety. This year, in her budget address, she announced new enhancements coming to Broad Street, which will directly impact North Philly residents, especially Temple students. The mayor announced the installation of speed cameras on PA 13 and North Broad Street right through campus, all in efforts to reach zero traffic deaths.
My administration has moved to advance safety projects across the city.
Councilmember Isaiah Thomas has been working on this project for over a year, piloting speed cameras across the city. His goal is to keep Philadelphians safe with an emphasis on students.
The primary means of traveling for most college students will be walking. We want folks to be cautious, but we also want to see an improvement with how vehicles travel up and down Broad Street.
Soon, it won't just be you watching for cars. These new cameras coming to Broad Street are supposed to slow speedy drivers down with a fine and help keep students on campus safe. These cameras aren't the only changes coming to the north side. The mayor also announced the expansion of the twice-weekly trash collection program, currently in Center City and South Philly. Residents are excited about the change.
I think that trash is definitely something that can be an issue at times on the street, especially, if something gets missed or we forget to take it out.
For Philly residents like Sadie, pickups twice a week could help with trash piling up on busy college streets.
Yeah, I would definitely say that I do see a lot of problems with overflowing, especially when it does get to trash day.